Oh, there it is. I'm like, how do you turn this thing on? Ladies and gentlemen, could we have your attention, please? Your attention, please. It's a very special night here at Swain County High School. It is senior night, and of course, we want to take time and honor our very special seniors here tonight. Between this game and the girls' game, we're going to be honoring our cheerleaders and our senior basketball members as well. First of all, here tonight, we want to recognize senior Rachel Blythe. Rachel is escorted by Grandma Agnes Welch and her dad, Sam Blythe. Rachel lives in the Birdtown community. Some of her activities include HOSA 3 years, a yearbook staff member for 3 years, and yearbook editor this year. Her athletics at Swain High include 2 years as a cheerleader. Rachel was also a 2-time UCA All-American cheerleader. Rachel's fondest athletic memory is when we were laying in the back of the bus and Morgan sat up in her sleep, which scared all of us. Rachel would like to take this opportunity to thank my grandma for going to every football and basketball game, the constant support and love. She wants to thank her dad for words of encouragement and support. And she thanks her teammates for becoming some of my best friends. All of the laughs and advice will be with me forever. And she wanted to thank Sherry for pushing me to be my best and then some. And she thanks God for continuing to bless me in all aspects of life. Ladies and gentlemen, Rachel Blythe. Next, we recognize senior cheerleader Morgan Proctor. Morgan is escorted by her parents, Deanna and Jay Proctor. Morgan lives in the Ela community. Some of her activities include Project Endeavor, Project Discovery, Interact, Art Mural, and editor of the yearbook. Some of her honors include Junior Year, Maid of Honor as part of the Homecoming Court. Also second place in the Regional Science Fair. Compassion Award for NOC Character Award. UCA Cheer Smile Award in 2018, and the ACT Award. Her athletics at Swain High include football cheerleader 3 years, basketball cheerleader 3 years, and soccer for 2 years as well. Some of her honors include AP Biology, AP English, and Honors Chemistry. Morgan's fondest athletic memory is being left behind on the way to Rosman, and I had to throw my phone to stop the bus. Morgan wants to take this opportunity to thank all of her teammates for the bond they gave me, my mom and dad for their love and support, and my coach Sherry for making sure we showed our best side and making me who I am today. Ladies and gentlemen, Morgan Proctor. Next, we recognize senior cheerleader Alyssa Schofield. Alyssa is escorted by Mom Amanda Lesser, stepdad Joshua Lesser, and Donald Schofield, her brother. She is a member of the Bryson Branch community. Some of her activities include HOSA, all years of high school. Athletics at Swain High include cheerleaders, all 4 years of high school, a cheer captain for 2 years, track, all 4 years of high school, and soccer her senior year. Some of Alyssa's honors include NCHSAA Regional Cheer Team for 2018 and UCA All-American Cheerleader 2018 as well. Alyssa's fondest athletic memory is going to New Orleans and performing live at this year's Sugar Bowl. Alyssa wants to take this opportunity to thank my mom and stepdad for all their love and support throughout my high school years, my coaches Sherry Wright and Ian Roper for believing in me and pushing me to do my best, my little brother for keeping me out of trouble. I love you all. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Alyssa Schofield. And now we go to the basketball arena. Our only senior member of the girls basketball team this year, senior Ayanna West. Ayanna is escorted by her mom, Lee West, brother Philip West, and grandmother Patricia Owl. Ayanna lives in the Birdtown community. In her athletic career at Swain High, she has played basketball all 4 years, softball all 4 years, and track all 4 years. Her fondest athletic memory was her sophomore season. They traveled to Blue Ridge to play, and in the fourth quarter, Coach Turner took out most of the starters, and he put Ashton in the game. Ashton grabbed a rebound and took off, and when she got to half court, she crossed over and absolutely snapped the other girl's ankles. Ayanna thought it was absolutely hilarious. Ayanna would like to take this opportunity to thank Coach Turner for not only making her a better basketball player the past 4 years, but a better person too. Thank you for all the time you've given up for not only this team, but every team the past 4 years. Thank you for everything. She'd like to thank Coach B for being there for her no matter what and treating her as one of his own. Thank you for all the times you've pushed her to do better and to quit whining on the day she wanted to quit and believing in her when she couldn't believe in herself. She couldn't have done this without you, Coach B. Thank you for everything. Lastly, she'd like to thank her team. Thank you for being the best teammates a girl could ever ask for. She is so thankful she was able to spend her senior season with all of you. Thank you for all your patience with her and her knees this season, and thank you for being her best friends. She loves you all tremendously. Ladies and gentlemen, Ayanna West. And let's give one more round of applause to all our senior cheerleaders and our senior player. Congratulations and thank you. We love you from Swain County High School.
And so, folks, that takes care of our senior night for cheerleaders and Lady Devil basketball. Please stay tuned. We'll have Lady Devil basketball versus Murphy coming up in just a few moments. Hello again, everyone. It's a Friday night here in the month of February. Toby Burrow along with Mike Treadway and Joe Holt to bring you Lady Devils and Lady Bulldogs. Two freshmen jumping off here. Helpman against Rogers, and the Dogs win the opening tip. Murphy comes into this game 17-4 overall, first place in the conference at 9-1. And fresh off of a 16-point win over Cherokee last night. So they work the ball around the perimeter. That's Ellie Martin as we settle in and try to get the names of these folks right. Addison with a shot. Collins with a block. West with a rebound.
Great block.
Like the start of it. Ross into the front court. She'll be guarded by Martin. Swain works against the Murphy man-to-man. Ross brings it to the other side, finds West on the wing. Senior Ayanna West, the lone senior for the Lady Devils. Heltman posting up low. She goes baseline, turns it back around. And we got a 3-second call, I guess, against Taylor Collins. So 7-12 into this one, and we're scoreless. Murphy with her second possession. Point guard Ellie Martin brings it into the front court against the Swain zone. That's Clapsaddle at the top. Over to Moore on the wing. Moore goes all the way back over. Clapsaddle looks inside to Rogers. She works against Collins. Back cross court, down low. Addison moves in. West tries, shot is off, rebounded over there by Collins, stolen by Clapsaddle.
It was really good ball moving on Murphy's part right there.
Clapsaddle with a runner. It's off Yance with a rebound over there. Grabs her arm back away, and we've got a foul on the play. Good job being strong with that one by Ashton Yance, and that's the first foul of the night on the Bulldogs. Number 10, Bree Moore, picks it up. So the Bulldogs press. Swain works against the press here. Good patience, and stolen over there by Addison. Drop down low. It stays in bounds, saved on the side by Rogers. They find Addison up top. She improves herself all the way in. Ball fake, shot blocked again by Taylor Collins. So twice Sydney Addison has tried Collins, twice she has failed. That ball will be. And here we go. Mike with the great short conspiracy of 2019. Number 11, freshman Torrin Rogers will leave the game because she has her shorts rolled down. In will be Sarah Pulliam.
I've missed that the past 3 or 4 games.
Yeah. Addison fakes a three, hands it off to Moore around the corner to Clapsaddle. And yes, Clapsaddle does have ties to Bryson City. Not that she would claim some of them, but she does. Three on the way from Moore. It's air ball, out of bounds. Clapsaddle tries to save it, but it'll be Swain basketball. So far, the Lady Devils weathering the storm, so to speak, on the defensive end. Yance inbounds to Heltman. Back to Yance. Now Ross ahead. She slows it down, takes her time. Back to Yance. Ahead to Heltman now. Heltman works over there on Addison. Back out to Yance. She improves herself, kicks to Heltman. Three on the way from Maisie in the corner. It's off. Collins keeps it alive, snares it, goes up strong. Misses it. Another rebound, puts that one up strong, pulled down by Addison. So Addison into the front court, finds Moore. Posted on the low block is Pulliam. Over to the corner, Clapsaddle, three on the way, and it's nothing but net for Aubrey.
That's kind of her thing, isn't it, Coach?
It is her thing. Aubrey scored her 1,000th point earlier in the season for the Bulldogs. I told her kiddingly at the time that she'd scored 700 of those against Swain. She said, no, not that many. I said, no, but it's close.
Maybe just 350. Yeah. Maybe tonight will not be her night.
Heltman posts on the low block, goes up and in. Nicely done. Maisie Heltman on the board. Nice pass from Ross to key that. Swain in the lead. Inside to Pulliam. She tries Collins. West gives up the inside rebound to, who is that, Addison? The foul will be on Taylor Collins, her first. And Savannah Smith, who gave up her starting spot to Ayanna West, will check out of the game. Addison's good with her first one. She's on the board. Smith for West. 4-2, your score should be, didn't we score earlier? Or is that our first bucket? It is our first bucket. Okay. Second one up and in by Addison. So we are 5. That one's poked away by Moore. She works on the wing against Yance over there. So Murphy resets the offense, kicks it over to Clapsaddle on that wing. She goes to Moore on the wing, goes underneath inside the Pulliam, and that shot is good. And Collins with her second foul, and that's not good news on the Swain side. So Sarah Pulliam, sophomore, just into the ball game, scores on that pass from Clapsaddle, and more dastardly than that, Mike, Taylor Collins has 2 fouls, takes a seat Becca Wolf into the ball game for the Lady Devils.
And we've had success this season. We've been able to keep her out of foul trouble.
Well, against this Murphy squad, who's very talented and very deep and very tall, she is a key inside in terms of rebounding, as you've already seen with 2 blocked shots and 3 rebounds. Heltman to the ball. She goes hard to the hole all the way through traffic, misses the shot. Wolf is in there, bats at it, and is swatted out of bounds by Addison, so it'll stay Swain basketball with Yance to trigger it. She waits for the movement. Nobody's moving. Schuler with it. Heltman backs her way down, fades, banks it home.
Great job getting position right there.
8-4 your score, approaching 4 minutes in the first quarter of play. Martin, Clapsaddle, and Moore work it on the perimeter, while Addison and Pulliam work inside against Smith. To the corner, back out to Moore. Clapsaddle works it back on top at the volleyball 10-foot line, kicks it over to Ellie Martin, the senior point guard for the Bulldogs. Clapsaddle's got it back, dogged over there by Heltman. Heltman zeroes in on Moore. They go inside, back outside Addison. Good patience by the Bulldogs so far, working to the Lady Devils' advantage, and that's a double dribble by Martin. So good defensive stand there, Mike, by the Lady Devils on that one.
Great patience on our part.
Timeout by the Bulldogs, and Coach Ray Gutierrez is the least pleased person in the building, as he probably feels after last night's Cherokee game that his team has come out a little flat.
I would say he does. He'd like to see them take control of this thing right now and go ahead and put it away.
So 8-4 your score, 3:19, and Mike, before the game they paid tribute to their seniors. Ayanna West, the lone senior on the basketball team, but Alyssa Schofield, Morgan Proctor, and Rachel Blythe, the 3 cheerleader seniors who were also honored prior to the game. And after this game, Gary Ayers will be back with you as we yield to the talent in the building, and he will do the senior boys lineup.
Absolutely.
Of seniors. So Heltman, Ross, and Yance will work it up here against the Bulldog 1-2-2 trap. Yance into the front court is quickly trapped. Martin with a steal. She goes in, lays that up and in. So Ellie Martin on the board with her first basket and first steal. It's a 6-point Bulldog lead. Yance to Ross, all the way cross court to Heltman. She dribbles it into the trap, then goes all the way cross court to Ross. She dribble penetrates now, kicks it back to Smith. Good pass.
Great pass.
Shots off. Wolf fights for it. Smith keeps it alive. Easy jumper from there for Smith. She gets another one back. Tries to rip it up. That ball goes out. Heltman's going to get to it first. So Heltman goes baseline, is hit on the play. That will be on Martin. First on Martin, and 2 free throws for Maisie Heltman. And subs at the scorer's table. That one by Heltman is good. And it will be Moss, Pickens, and Rogers into the game for the Bulldogs. And it will be Heltman for her second free throw. 2:35 in the first. Back iron no good. Pulled out of there by Moss, who's fresh into the game. She goes all the way down. Clapsaddle, good look at a 3 on that side. Misses it. Heltman pulls down the rebound, speeds the other way with it. Thought about crossing over. Now pulls it back out. Lets Smith get set on the base, inside on the baseline. As they go into her, she goes up, fades away, and gets it home.
Great turnaround out there.
Savannah has continuously improved throughout the year at that one shot, and she's quite dangerous with it now. The Bulldogs working on the perimeter. Clapsaddle and Rogers, the lone starter, still in the lineup. They've got big people all over the place down there on the block, and that's going to be on Smith, her first. 1:54 left in the first, and that will send Leah Moss, a sophomore, 5'8" sophomore, to the free throw line for the Bulldogs. That shot is off. And she will shoot a second one now. That one off as well, and that falls into Ashton Younts's hands. And she heads up court and out of bounds off of Murphy. It will stay Swain basketball. So Younts will trigger into Ross. Ross will set against the Murphy man-to-man defense. Now she backs her way down, goes up for the shot, and then draws the foul. That's going to be on Moore. It'll be her second. And it is on Moore. So 2 on Bree Moore, senior guard, and Bree Ross goes to the free throw line.
Smart, smart. She felt the pressure right there and took advantage.
That one rattles out for Ross. And quickly in is Reagan Ennis for the Bulldogs. That will get Moore out of the game. And Ross will attempt her second here and try to pull the Lady Devils to within 2. Shots on the way, back iron no good, but Smith has position. Can she win the fight? She does. Heltman races into the picture, got a clean look at a 3. It back iron's no good. Can Ross win the race? She does. Smith with a shot, draws the foul. So Savannah Smith being productive down on that low block. That's going to be on Ennis, fresh into the ball game, her first, but Savannah Smith goes to the free throw line for the first time tonight. First one on its way is nothing but net for Smith. Back into the game is Sydney Addison. She's going to get Leah Moss out. And now Savannah Smith, looking for her 4th point, will pull the Lady Devils to within 1. If she makes it, she does not. It's pulled down over there by Ennis. Addison with a mid-range jumper's got that one. So 4 for Addison, and the Bulldogs' lead is now 4. Ross into the front court. Down low to Smith. She spins the opposite way and puts that one on.
Atta girl. You know, that's the best part I think about being able to do this all season, Coach, is that I've been able to watch these girls get better and better and better. They're still youngsters, I know, by every definition, but they've gotten so much better.
The post players have really gotten very confident in the paint with those moves. Her and Taylor Collins have been deadly second half of the season. Younts draws a charge, nicely done by Ashton Younts over there, who got the call on Reagan Ennis. And so Ennis with a turnover, and this will be Swain basketball. So with 43 seconds left, Swain trails it by 2 and could tie the game up right here.
And just the way they can take care of little things.
That one's batted, saved by Younts. She finds Ross over there. It was tapped, so no backcourt. That's waved off. Ross still looking at Smith on the block, and why shouldn't she? Ashton Younts goes with the left hand, lays it up. It's off, but there's Smith, and she puts it up, hammered on the play, and that foul's going to be on Wolf. I'm pretty sure I saw a black jersey a hold of Savannah Smith's arm as she tried to shoot that one.
Draped off like a piece of big jewelry right there.
Yeah. Now Smith will check out with 17 seconds left. West will check in to prevent the second foul from occurring here on Smith. Now Clapsaddle will work it up with 14 seconds left. Heltman will pick her up as she's a danger. Hands off to Rogers. She wheels it around over to Pickens. To the wing to Ennis. She goes baseline. Younts cuts her off again. Addison backs her way down, misses a shot, and that counted on the follow by Torin Rogers. Her first rebound and first basket. So the first quarter is going to do us with the Dogs in a 14-10 lead. Second quarter almost ready to get underway here from Swain. 14-10 is your score. The Bulldogs return their starters with the exception of Pickens and Ennis, who will be on the court now as we open the second quarter. Still Ross, Heltman, Yance, Smith, and now Collins has returned to the lineup. She is posting up hard on the low block, she being Taylor Collins, and they're working to get her the ball. Martin all over Ross, and a double dribble is called, which was better than the offensive foul that could have been called.
Absolutely.
So Ellie Martin with control of the ball now. The 5'2" senior directs traffic for the Bulldogs. Pass to Pickens on the wing. Down low to Addison. And they rotate in and out. Pick there, and that's blocked by Smith. So the Bulldogs reset after that block. Martin looks on the low block to freshman Torrin Rogers, who's listed at 6 foot. Addison listed at 5'11". I'm pretty sure Rogers has still not left the paint. She hasn't. Now she has. For those of you keeping up at home. Pickens with a backdoor cut to Ennis, and she's got that one down. Reagan Ennis with her first basket of the night. 16-10 lead. A kick ahead to Smith, knocked out of there by Rogers, and jump ball. That will go Murphy's way if I'm not mistaken. This is a crucial point of this ball game, Mike, from the standpoint of a 16-10 lead, and could go to 18-10 here with a bucket, or 19 perhaps. And the Lady Devils really need a stop on this possession.
We need to reestablish ourselves.
Rogers kicks back. Ennis with 3. That's off. You can see it from here. Here comes Heltman on the break. She steps around, is hit, and it's an offensive foul on Heltman. Her first. It'll be Bulldog basketballing very quickly. Aubrey Clapsaddle back into the lineup, joined by Kennedy Colbert-Carr and Sarah Pulliam. So Bulldog basketball, 16-10, still your score. 6:23 remaining before the half. We got guys action to follow this, preceded by senior night for our senior men's basketball players. That'll be coming up right after this game, so stay tuned for that. Heltman and Clapsaddle dueling it out on the outside. Now Clapsaddle with the ball, a couple of dribbles in. Kicks it to the wing to Colbert-Carr, who's got it. She rotates the ball back around to Ennis. Rogers attempts a screen. Yance drawn too far out, but the pass is too long for Clapsaddle, and it'll be Swain basketball. Right to Clapsaddle. And that'll be Murphy basketball.
It's a great position by Taylor right there to tip that away. That sure seems to be their game plan, though, to get Taylor in foul trouble.
3 on the way from Clapsaddle. That rattles around and out, but nothing but black shirts underneath. So Pulliam with a rebound and a putback, and she's got 5 off the bench for Murphy at this juncture. Yance, Ross, and Heltman work it. Heltman puts the ball on the floor, beats Kennedy Colbert-Carr. Nice pass inside to Smith, and Savannah Smith continues her scoring barrage. And more importantly, cuts the deficit back to 6. Again, Rogers camped out in the lane, posting up on Collins. Now she posts at the high post. Clapsaddle wants none of it, directs traffic. Martin comes over, takes the ball to reset things. They go inside to Rogers. She spins her way around and up and good. So Swain beats the pressure, splits the double team, kicks it inside to Collins. Nice pass, nice lay-in.
Really great job right there.
So 6-point lead, 20-14. Bulldogs bring it into the front court. Colbert-Carr holds it on the wing. Now tries to go back around to Clapsaddle. Clapsaddle looks low post and then corner. Now motions Martin back out. Yance is on her. Now they leave interesting strategies. They leave Pulliam wide open under the basket.
It's too much space for anybody to be able to cover.
And we got a foul. Let's see if that's on Ellie Martin, her second. So Swain to inbound. It'll be Yance. Back into the game will be Bree Moore for the Bulldogs. She has 2, and Ellie Martin has 2. Both of them have swapped positions now. Ross will bring it up. The press is called off. It will be Moore against Ross over on that wing. They switch off inside to Collins. She goes up and in, rattles out. Rogers with a rebound. And that foul will go against Smith or Collins one. Which was it?
Collins over the back.
So 3 on Taylor Collins. Quickly, Becca Wolf off the bench. As we check on a 1-and-1 situation, Wolf will get Smith out.
My goodness.
And they have Taylor Collins for 2 fouls. I'll take it.
I've made a mistake somewhere.
So now on the outside is Rogers. She spins her way inside, kicks it back to Clapsaddle, wide open 3. Rattles around and out again, inside rebounding position. Yance has got it. It'll stay Swain basketball after that. And now Collins comes out. Smith goes in. Yance with that rebound. And she inbounds to Heltman as the pressure's back on by the Bulldogs now. Quick ball movement. They've got it across. She just got that out of the outstretched arms. Inside to Smith on Rogers. Shot up and off. Rogers with the rebound. I'll take that shot, though, Mike.
Yeah, that's a high percentage for us.
Colbert Carr swings to the corner. Clapsaddle fires again. Back iron no good. Again, inside position by Pulliam. Ripped away by Ross. Right to Pulliam, who lays it in. Swain works it cross court. Ross puts it on the floor, and there's a foul on Rogers.
Oh, my.
Are we in the 1-and-1?
Hey, if your sheet's correct, number 11's a freshman.
She is a freshman.
My great gracious, she's athletic.
She's a freshman, as is 15 for them who hasn't played yet, and 31 who hasn't played yet. They have 3 freshmen on their squad. So they're just going to continue to get better. This run of talent over at Murphy on the female side has been, quite frankly, incredible and quite frankly annoying, to be honest, as a female sport coach. Just going to be honest.
Gets a little tiresome.
It does. So we're at a 1-and-1. The lead has risen to 10 now since the foul trouble mounted on our interior post players. And it will be Bree Ross, I believe, at the free throw line for 1-and-1 right here. Bree missed her attempt earlier in the game. She actually missed both attempts early in the game. This one is good.
Atta girl.
So Bree is on the scoreboard now with a point and has cut the lead to 9 for the Bulldogs, and now will shoot a second one. And that one rattles home too. Friendly roll of the rim. Now Aubrey Clapsaddle will control the action. She brings it across midcourt. And they go inside to Pulliam. She bulls her way around. That shot bounces around and off. But again, nobody boxing out Rogers. Yance with a rebound. And steams the other way, as we know Ashton can do. She goes all the way to the hole. Shot is off. Batted out. Heltman can't save it. It will be Murphy ball. 24-16, your score, 2:21 before the half. Now Clapsaddle looks the scene over. Rogers turns the corner, hands it off, now goes inside, moves herself around wide open. And Mike, they continue to give up that low block, and you and I talked about it during the break. I don't understand that particular logic, but they continue to give up that low block, and it's led to 11 points for Sarah Pulliam coming off the bench for the Bulldogs, and a litany of foul trouble for Swain, as that's Rebecca Wolf's second. Iona West checks back into the ball game, and Pulliam will have a free throw.
It's just really difficult to rotate back over and be in any sort of position.
That one rattles around and off. Smith tries to save it, but can't. And it will be Bulldog basketball again. Quickly off the bench, Sydney Addison will check in for Rogers. And 2:02 remaining before the half. Inbounded, now they work it around. Clapsaddle's coming, she's headed to the corner. All the way back around to the other side. They look at Addison on the block. Now they go to Clapsaddle. She fumbles it away, had an opening there. Now it's batted out of there, picked back up, out. Could have been a walk there, nothing called. Addison spins the other way. West gives up position, but it'll be Murphy ball. She slaps it out of bounds. So Murphy will inbound it. Clapsaddle will do the duties. All the way back to Addison beyond the three-point line. They find Moore over there. She gets it back to Addison. Wide open look at a jumper. Right back to her. Wide open shot again. So Sydney Addison just keeps shooting until it goes, I guess.
If they're not going to put a body on her, yeah, there's no reason for her not to.
And now Yance and Ross getting each other's way. Yance picks it back out of there, and it's a double dribble. So a turnover costs the Lady Devils there. 28-16 your score, 12-point advantage for Murphy. 1:19 remaining in the first half. Clapsaddle directs traffic, now heads to the left, hands it off to Addison. Addison turns the corner back over to Moore at the top. She finds Colbert Carr, and that's the kind of night it's been for the Lady Devils, right between Sydney Addison's legs, but right to Sarah Pulliam. That's going to be on Iona West, her first. Taylor Collins off the bench, and Pulliam will go back to the line, and I'm not sure what kind of point production they get out of Miss Pulliam, but she's having a good night tonight. I now have her for 12 in the game. West out, Collins in. And Pulliam back to the line where she is 2 of 2 on the night. And that one is back iron, no good. Pulled down by Smith. And I think Aubrey Clapsaddle just got whistled for a foul that she did everything in her power to avoid. Including pulling back, and it's still the angle I guess he had wasn't kind, and she got whistled for the foul.
Sometimes I swear it's in anticipation of what is to come.
Yeah, it is. And what they think they just saw.
Yep.
So Smith back to the free throw line. She banks that one home. She meant to do that.
Banks open.
And quickly Wolf back in for Collins at the 1:02 mark. It's pick your poison at this point for Coach Michael Turner. All of his post players with 2 fouls, we assume, although we have Taylor Collins for 3. Smith knocks home both of those, so now Savannah with 9 on the night, and I have her for 7 rebounds already. So Clapsaddle works with Moore over there. Pulliam, the leading scorer for the Bulldogs, is open underneath. Yance tries to get that out. She'll be called for the foul. There's a lot of elbows thrown in there by Yance and Pulliam. Pulliam will go back to the free throw line. First foul of the night on Ashton Yance. And 29-18 your score. We're under a minute. Collins at the scores table to check in. We'll get in for Wolf. Very quickly, it is Ennis on the run. She's going to get more. And Pulliam will go back to the line where she has never missed a free throw.
At least not tonight. That is what, 3 for 4 or something like that?
3, yeah. I got 3 for 3, but I think I forget to write down misses more often than not.
She's been a force to be reckoned with.
By my count, that's her 14th point of the half of the Bulldogs' 31 points. So she has been extremely productive. The Bulldogs match up man-to-man now, which is just what Coach Turner and his troops want to see. They go inside to Collins. She misses. Addison with the rebound. And now kicks ahead to Clapsaddle. We're at 30 seconds and counting. She reverses herself. Addison over to Colbert Carr. Back to Clapsaddle. Pulliam posting hard on the low block. Smith just missed that one. Addison backs her way in. Shots up and good.
They are absolutely going to eat up the underbelly of that defense for us.
And that one is out of bounds off of Murphy. It's tipped. It'll be Swain basketball.
You know, you don't score points like Aubrey Clapsaddle has by passing up your jumper, and she continues to feed that ball inside.
That one's into Collins. She spins her way around. It's blocked by Pulliam, and why not? Addison to Clapsaddle, good if it goes, and it's off. So that's going to do our first half with the Bulldogs on top, 33-18. Second half action underway now here from Swain High School. Bulldogs on top, 33-18. If you're just joining us, the Murphy Bulldogs are the top dog, so to speak, in the Smoky Mountain Conference on the women's side. They defeated Cherokee last night to secure first place by themselves, and now have traveled here to Swain. Helpman with a steal. She's going to win the foot race and lay it home. Good hands by Maisie Helpman to get that one and streak down the court and lay it in. Now the Bulldogs, Ellie Martin hands it off to Torrin Rogers, who's a freshman, over to Moore, then Clapsaddle in the corner. As they bring it all the way back around, look inside again. Taylor Collins working in there. Shot up by Addison is up and good. Sydney Addison now with 10. Pressure on the way, cross court to Helpman. She streaks by Rogers and lays it up. It's off. That one's pulled down by Smith and good.
Wow. She kind of came out of nowhere for that rebound.
I thought all I saw was black shirts. Savannah came in there and just swooped in and grabbed it. So the Bulldogs continue to work. 35-22 your score. 6 minutes, 45 seconds remaining in this third period of play. Inside, Rogers spins, moves back the other way, and lays it in. So both teams, Mike, in a kind of an unusual situation, and both of them very willing and able to go inside and have done so tonight very successfully, both teams. Good dump right there to Smith, and she lays it in. Helpman with an assist, and Savannah with another bucket. Clapsaddle on the wing, passes it back out. Martin penetrates, kicks back to Addison. Corner to Moore. Moore reverses herself, now penetrates the zone. She had Rogers, kicked it outside instead, and now the Bulldogs will reset the offense. Moore on the wing, looks down low, had Rogers on the backside block. Didn't take advantage of it. Still have Rogers on the backside block. There it is, it's tipped and out of bounds off Collins. Taylor Collins getting just a fingernail on that one. Now Addison will trigger it in, 5:50. The one thing that's best about this, Mike, is the Lady Devils defense is forcing Murphy to work really hard to score, and it's taking time. A lot of time, actually. Clapsaddle streaks by everybody, and we've got an offensive foul on Rogers on the screen, I guess. So Rogers with her second, and quickly into the lineup is Kaya Pickens for Bree Moore. Pickens, a sophomore for this Murphy squad. Ross taps it ahead. Can Clapsaddle win the race? No. Ross spins off of her, goes inside, batted out of bounds by Rogers, who does stand 6 foot tall.
And that's a very athletic 6 foot tall.
It is, you're right. And she is just a freshman.
Amazing.
Good movement there. Smith again. Savannah Smith having a night. Good job for the freshman. At this point, you got to figure maybe she should come off the bench more often, huh?
I think so.
Rogers
She's in fuego right
knocked
now.
out of the hands by Smith. Helpman secures the ball, now looks ahead and walks it up. We're at 5 minutes, 37-26 your score. It's a man-to-man. Collins with it. She works against Rogers, turns the corner, batted away by Clapsaddle. Now Yance wins the race, goes backcourt, no call. Ross all the way, the hole, dumps backside block to Smith, and good. Savannah Smith and Bree Ross again. Ross with 5 assists now. And that's Rogers down inside. Yance takes a poke at it, can't get it. Martin improves herself, lays that one in. Timeout Murphy. And Coach Gutierrez, not happy with the things he's seeing and takes it out on his Bulldogs. It's a 30. We'll keep it right here to let you know. This weekend, Mike, going on is the regional championships individual for wrestling. So we may have some wrestlers advancing after this weekend and going further downstate.
That's super good. Coach Ray must not have been satisfied with those 5 because he's got his 5 fresh faces out there.
That's one way to do it if you're not happy.
And you've got 10 to pick from, yep. You can do that.
So he's got a whole new crop out there, and we will tell you that the Swain High will wrap up the regular season Tuesday when they go to Robbinsville to face the Black Knights. So Murphy will bring it, or Swain will bring it up now. Yance with it over on the wing. works against one of the Murphy reserves. Ashton all the way to the hole, misses it, batted out of there by Pulliam. And that's Ennis ahead into the front court. They race down, now pulls it back out. That's Maya Wilson, I believe. Yance tries to get that one. Can't. Wilson on the top looks for guidance from her coaching staff. Now that's Colbert Carr on the wing. They go inside, batted out by Collins. It will stay Murphy ball. That's Leah Moss on the block down there for the Bulldogs. Her and Pulliam are into the lineup together now. Pulliam, the leading scorer on the night. It goes back in, and if that's 3 or 4, it will depend. Pulliam will go to the line, and that's on Yance. Second foul and a big break for the Lady Devils, as it looked like Collins to me, but whatever they say. Pulliam to the line where she misses one, and I'll actually write that one down so that I know she missed one. Pretty sure I missed one of those earlier. She's got her second one coming, and she has 14 points on the night for the Bulldogs. Make it 15. Swain to inbound. This group in the game is applying man-to-man pressure, but not the zone trap that they had done earlier. So Wilson on the perimeter comes off of that screen for Heltman. Now Heltman goes all the way to the hole, lays it up, misses it. Smith rips it out of there, and we got a foul on the play. Savannah Smith with her 9th rebound of the night. And that foul is on, who was that on?
32.
Moss. Got it out, Heltman's got it. So Heltman resets against the man-to-man, clears out a side. Now here comes Ross following her around. They go inside, nice inlet pass, and that's before the bucket. A great inlet from Heltman that time, improved her angle. And there's not a 42, so that's got to be 24, right? There's not a 24 out there, is there?
I think they got Leah Moss again.
Okay. Oh, nicely done. And we got a foul. That one's on Wilson.
We got to finish those. We're so close to getting back in this, and just little misses like that hold us back.
Yep. Heltman back to the free throw line. She has 7 on the night. That one is short. She'll have a second one now coming her way. 40-29 your score, 3:27 left in this one, so halfway through the third period of play. Heltman's second one is good. So 8 now for Maisie. 40-30, the closest the Lady Devils have been since the first period of play. That's Colbert Carr on the wing. They look cross court. That's Pulliam. She goes inside, partially blocked over there by Smith. Check that, Collins with the block, and it will stay Swain basketball, and that will be the 10th rebound of the night, Mike, for Savannah Smith. The third block shot of the night for Taylor Collins. Becca Wolf checks in. Murphy goes to a 1-3-1 zone. And sometimes it's just the strict novelty of a 1-3-1 zone that nobody ever sees anymore that throws teams off. And
just
that was
like that?
Just like that. And that's why you don't want your centers leading the break. Collins right back into the lineup. Check that, score 40-29, so we're off a point there somewhere.
We lost a point somewhere.
We did. All the way across the zone to Ross. She brings it down to the wing. And now she goes back to the corner to Heltman. Heltman's shot on the way, and it's good at 4-3. So Heltman cuts the lead down to 8 here. And it will be Murphy basketball. But the Lady Devils suddenly very active. 2:35 remaining in this third period of play. Murphy works it around. That's Ennis on the side. So 2:20, and that's Pulliam again, goes to the hole. Rebounded over there by Collins, stolen by Ennis, stolen by Smith. She gets it out to Yance. Ashton pulls up, 3 on the way. It's back iron, no good. Pulliam with the rebound. And she carried the ball again. Why you don't want your centers leading the break. So Coach Gutierrez has seen enough, and the starter's back in at the 2:03 mark now. And the Bulldog lead cut to 8. They are going to stay in that 1-3-1 defense that momentarily threw the Lady Devils off. Let's see if they try to trap out of it. Back over top to Yance. She goes back to the corner to Heltman, back to Ross, back to Yance. 3 on the way from Ashton, and it's good. Nothing but the net for Ashton Yance. And now it's a 5-point lead. Into the front court, Ellie Martin to reset things, 137 and counting. Worth pointing out, these Lady Bulldogs are tops in the Smoky Mountain Conference. Over to the wing, they look inside to Rogers, back up top. Inside, back out, that's Addison Clapsaddle, 3 on the way, and it's good. You knew that wasn't going to last all night. Aubrey Clapsaddle with only 3 points. And now she has 6, and now they're back into the press. Quickly over to Ross, down low to Smith, spin move off the back iron. She's got it again. Spin move, back iron, no good. Heltman chases it down in the corner. She's double teamed, clear across court to Ross. Ross tries to pass it inside of Collins, gets it over top of Martin, and lays it in.
Wow. What else do you say besides just wow?
That's Addison dug out of there by Smith. Off of Addison, Swain basketball. Amber Martin checks in for her first appearance of the night, a freshman for these Bulldogs. They are still in the full court pressure, 43-37. That one's overthrown and pulled out of there by Rogers. She brings it into the front court, weaves her way around. Martin with it. That one's lost. They go inside and laid in by Moore, who snuck in the back door and got the pass from Martin. And again, the Lady Devils pulled within 5 and got too careless against the pressure. Clapsaddle weaves her way in, running one-hander from her, back iron no good. Yance with a big rebound for the junior. Now she steams the other way. She's got Smith ahead, but yet pulls it for Heltman. Shot is off, no good, but the Lady Devils have pulled within 8 here. As the score is now 45-37, we'll be back with the final 8 minutes. So Bulldog basketball, as we open the 4th period, it is an 8-point lead here for Murphy, but Swain cut it to 5 at one point. And to be honest with you, Mike, looking in their huddle, they were very energetic during that break. They had that look in their eye that we can do this, and that makes for a dangerous team sometimes when you give them that chance. Clapsaddle in the corner, they remain uber patient in working their offense, still looking inside. They go inside to the freshman, back to Rogers, and that one rolls out. Yance with another rebound, and Swain with another opportunity here to cut into the lead. It's a man-to-man now. Heltman sprints across to help out. Inside to Smith, fadeaway. She's hammered, no call. And Rogers gets that one, and Rogers turns it over. And what is that all about? He called a turn. He palming the ball, didn't he? What did he call?
Well, he made a mistake, he said. He said, my bad.
I think Coach Gutierrez looked at him and
scared him to death.
Scared him into calling that one off.
Well, he's a big, scary man.
He is. So now the Bulldogs walk it across half court, 7-11 and counting in this 4th period of play. Clapsaddle camped out on the backside baseline. And they're going to call that on Collins. That's just two post players going after each other. I wish they'd let that go and let them go at it.
Just let them be post players.
Whatever happens, happens. Instead, you get the ticky-tacky stuff, and that's unfortunate. Into Martin. They've got 3 on the scoreboard for Collins, so that's a good sign for us. And now Rogers works it on the perimeter. Back to her. She spins her way in. Lots of height staring at her. 3 on the way from Martin. Back iron no good, and there is a clap saddle. Smith has got her, but newly inserted Amber Martin providing a spark on the boards for the Bulldogs. And I think that's on Smith, right? Her third or her second?
Second, I think.
So clap saddle to the line, and she misses the first. And now she will attempt her second of the evening, and that one's good for the senior guard. 7 points on the night for Aubrey. Smith with it over to Heltman. Now everybody scrambles to trap her. Ross with it to Yance. Yance all the way down to Smith. She puts up the shot, banks it home.
Very nice. It's a great catch. Way to turn around and address the basket.
She's got it down pat to be able to bank that thing in from wherever she's at, and that's a handy skill to have. It's one that doesn't exist in a lot of today's players. That one's poked away by Heltman. Now she'll go the other way. Pulls it back out. Double teamed over there inside of Collins. Nice pull by Collins. Blocked. Rebounded by Smith over to Yance. And now Murphy goes the other way. Oh, and almost got that one to go. And that will send Bree Moore to the line. She looks a little bit dazed, maybe contact issue. She's trying to get it rearranged, I think. The foul on that was on who?
Bree Ross.
Ross, and that's her first.
We'll take that one.
That's of note.
She normally stays out of foul trouble. With the rare exception, she was heading fouls out.
Yeah, feast or famine, right?
Yes, sir.
So Moore with the second one, looking to extend this to a 9-point lead for the Bulldogs, and there's Rogers pulling that one away right to Smith. So Rogers with a rebound. Now Heltman over to Ross. Inside to Collins. She spins her way against Rogers. 3 now? Really? Wow. Come on, will somebody let the post players play?
He smelled the clear blue sky calling that.
Well, had they counted on the Rogers girl in the first half, it would have been like 21-second violation. Martin works it on the wing now, all the way back cross court. Yance with a steal. Can she win the foot race? Stripped out of there nicely by Moore, but it's out of bounds off of her, and it will be Swain basketball on the Yance steal.
Hey, she was covering the ground, wasn't she?
Oh, boy, she was.
Great gracious. I hope she runs track and doesn't slap it.
Me and you both. Smith with the outside jumper. It's off, rebounded by Pickens. Rogers spins both ways, shot up and off. Rebounded by Clapsaddle. Back over to Clapsaddle. Since the insertion of Amber Martin, she's been very active on that low post and created a ton of problems for the Lady Devils down there. She hasn't gotten a lot of rebounds, but she's cleared out enough players to where her teammates can.
And she's a freshman.
And there's an offensive foul on Clapsaddle, which is unfortunate for Aubrey, but realistically the foul was on Pickens on a moving screen that didn't get called. And so now it'll be Wolf for Smith at the 4:42 mark in the fourth, trying to buy a little bit of rest for Savannah. Heltman, Yance, and Ross work it up now. Heltman with it. She streaks ahead. Wolf.
What in the world was that? No call, no nothing.
That will go to the Bulldogs. Still a single-digit lead here for Murphy. Pickens into the front court, finds Clapsaddle over on the wing. Rogers and Martin work it over there. Martin out at the three-point line. Rogers works the high post. Back to Pickens, over to Moore. No-look pass. Martin in the corner. Shot is off, but there's Rogers again. And that should be a jump ball, but it's going to be two-shot foul on Collins. No, Wolf. So Becca Wolf with the foul. And that's going to send Torrin Rogers to the free throw line. She has 6 points on the night. And that one is no good. Second free throw for Rogers. Smith at the scorer's table. 4:08 remains in this one. And that one is good. So Rogers now with 7. And Taylor Collins will get a few moments breather here before coming back to close this game out. Yance, Heltman, and Ross work it up now, trying to just work the screen, and that was an ill-advised pass. Pickens picks it off. Clapsaddle dribbles her way in, now spins, goes up, fouled on the play, and that's going to be on Ross, who shows good sportsmanship to go over and help Aubrey Clapsaddle up after that one. 2 fouls on Ross. Clapsaddle to the line, a chance to make it a 10-point lead, and more here for the Bulldogs. Just under 4 minutes left to play. Clapsaddle's got that one. Collins to check in. Clapsaddle now with 8 on the game by our count, which is unofficial. And we'll go back to the line here to shoot another one. And it's good. So Yance to inbound it. She finds Heltman, back to Yance. Now Yance walks it up that left-hand side all the way back cross court to Ross. Now to Yance. She beats the press. And that one's tipped out of bounds by Pickens. And it will be Swain basketball. Yance will inbound. It is a man-to-man. Ross looks inside. Heltman posts this time. Finds Collins. Free throw line extended. Nothing but net. So now into the front court, it's Pickens. Had Rogers on the low block. Chose to go the other way. That's Martin on the wing. Tipped by Heltman, but grabbed by Moore. Now Pickens out on the side. Martin goes inside, and that's Rogers again.
You can't stop that when you're just one of you. You've got to pick your poison. Is it going to be the high post or dump it to the block?
Uh-oh. Good job by Heltman. That's a foul right there, a push by Martin. I think they just turned her loose, told her to go in and create whatever she could create, be as physical as she could be, and it's the first time she's been called for it. Extended minutes here for the freshman, Amber Martin. So Yance works up top against Clapsaddle, all the way across court to Smith. Turnaround, she's hit in the face, and it doesn't go. Martin got tagged again with that one. I think that's her sole purpose, is to put some contact on the Swain post players as they shoot. So second foul on Amber Martin sends Smith back to the line. 19-20 on the night for Savannah Smith.
Banks open.
To go along with 11 rebounds.
I think this is the best I've seen Savannah play.
She has been very active throughout this ball game.
Very active tonight.
And aggressive, which is a plus.
Controlled aggression tonight.
Oh, that one goes off of Taylor Collins. Unfortunately, the errant pass. And into the game will be Sarah Pulliam. She's going to get Martin, who gets a standing ovation from the Murphy crowd. She really was a difference maker in that fourth quarter. Had not played at all in this game. It was inserted there in the fourth quarter and really provided a spark for the Bulldogs. And that's Pulliam, pulled out of there by Yance. She charges that way, and a blocking foul on Pickens over in front of the Swain crowd.
Another youngster.
So Swain in a 1-and-1, and Ashton Yance will go to the free throw line. Ashton only 3 points on the night, but she does have 8 rebounds to go along with 2 assists. Her first trip to the free throw line, and a chance to cut this down just a little bit more. That one rolls all the way around and out. Tough break for Ashton. Now the Bulldogs work on the perimeter again. Clap saddle back up top. And now's a chance where the Bulldogs can remain as patient as they want to remain here with a 9-point advantage. As Carr and Clapsaddle work that side. Now Rogers tries to turn the corner, back out to Rogers. Kick back to Pulliam, back out to Moore. Moore back to Pulliam, back to Clapsaddle. She drops it, picks it back up. Now works it on the outside. 2 minutes approaching in this, your fourth quarter. Back over to Moore. She turns the corner, goes all the way down. There's Rogers. Back out to Clapsaddle. She turns the corner, running one-hander, banks it home. Aubrey Clapsaddle now in double figures.
That was pretty.
It was. So Swain now works against the pressure ahead to Ross. She waits on the trap. It doesn't come. Now she draws it and fires it to Clapsaddle. Three-pointer available for Heltman on the wing. It's good. Maisie Heltman with 3. Timeout Swain. Great ball movement by the Lady Devils. This is the best I've seen them move the ball this entire year. They've done a great job moving it, and it really paid dividends. 54-46 your score. 136 remains in this one. But considering this was the first-place team with a huge win over Cherokee last night, these Lady Devils have really played well.
This is the most comfortable they've seemed to me with this tonight's game.
I agree wholeheartedly. Coming up, we've got men's senior action, as Gary Ayers will be with you for the call of that. The seniors will be recognized. And then we will have the nightcap of this one as the Bulldogs and Devils face off in that one as well. Should be a good one. Our Maroon Devils playing really well lately with a big win over Cherokee last Friday. So the Maroon Devils trying to cruise into a position to get themselves into the playoffs when the time comes.
That's very exciting.
More excitement coming your way in all likelihood as the wrestling has turned to the individual events now, and it will be at Robbinsville today and tomorrow, and we'll know when that comes out as to which of our wrestlers advance to be able to compete for an individual state championship. So Murphy basketball here following the basket. Swain changes their defense into man-to-man, and they've been very successful in that zone. We'll see how the man-to-man works. There's a switch that does not work at all as Ross fouls Addison, who backed her way down with a smaller Ross on her. That's the problem with switching those screens, is you end up some very bad mismatches. Sydney Addison to the line where she is 2 of 2 on the night. Just remember, I don't always write down the misses, so that may not be right.
But we do know she has been shooting some free throws.
She has. She's now up to 11 points to go along with 6 rebounds. So out of the game is, Martin, Ellie Martin, and in is Sarah Pulliam. Shot on the way. That was front iron, swept in there, pulled out. Smith pirouettes, gets it out. And now Heltman all the way, tries to hold up, doesn't. It's off. Ripped out by Rogers, and she's got the run out and lay in by Moore.
Number 10 can really cover the ground.
She can fly.
Great gracious.
So Yance over to Heltman. Heltman, good job weaving her way out. Tries to throw it inside. It's stolen over there by Pulliam. Things really starting to unravel in this closing seconds. Rogers lays that one home. And things have gotten to a 13-point advantage at 44 seconds left. Back to Yance. Ross on the wing. Yance all the way down, has it blocked over there. Now it's nothing but black going back. Pulliam will get another easy layup. So 6 straight points off of easy layups for the Bulldogs has exploded this game to a 61-46 lead, and that's put it out of reach. Coach Michael Turner with a timeout. This timeout is solely to get Ayanna West into this ball game as a senior, and to stem the tide just a little bit. So Murphy's going to come away with a win. That'll move them to 18-4, 10-1 in Smoky Mountain Conference play. And as things wrap up, Swain will travel to Robbinsville next Tuesday, Mike, to conclude the regular season. Smoky Mountain Conference tournament will start on Thursday. So stay tuned to the Maroon Devils Network for who our Swain teams will be playing, and we'll announce that when the time is right. So Swain back in now. It'll be West into the lineup. Collins out. So Iona West will conclude her basketball career on the court. And we are tickled to death for her to be able to do that. Iona, of course, lost all of last season to a horrific ACL injury that she is not 100% back from, but it's good to see her out there finishing up. And that'll be on Ross on the reach-in. She's made up some ground in a hurry. She's got 4 here in the second half.
I was just sitting here thinking I'd really jinxed her when I spoke about that earlier.
Maya Wilson will shoot her first opportunity for points tonight. She is another freshman for the Bulldogs, and she makes that one. And this lead is up to 16 now for the Bulldogs. They have substituted everybody but Aubrey Clapsaddle at this point, if you're wondering at home. And back into a half-court trap where they get another steal. And that will be Pulliam with a layup.
That really surprises me, Coach. She hasn't done that at all tonight.
Heltman with a bucket. And that's going to do us here from Swain as the Bulldogs take a 65-48 win over our Lady Devils. We're going to step away from here, but hang on, because Gary Ayers is making his way up here as we speak, and he will be with us momentarily to give you the Swain High seniors.
So just, ladies and gentlemen, nope, it's not on. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, could we have your attention, please? Your attention, please. We want to welcome you to a very special night here at Swain County High School. It is senior night, and we have a very special group of seniors. One of the largest senior classes in recent memory, 7 seniors on this year's Maroon Devil basketball team. First of all, let's recognize senior Zeke Bradley. Zeke is escorted by Vince Bradley and lives in the Whittier community. Some of his activities at Swain High include Project Discovery and the Hiking Club. Some of his honors include going. What's that? Check. It's not working. Check. Some of his honors include going to walk-on WCU for basketball sports management. It's still not working. Please bear with us. Is it here? Okay, some of Zeke's honors at Swain High include going to walk on at WCU for basketball sports management. His athletics at Swain High include basketball all 4 years, football 3 years, track 2 years, and cross country 1 season. Some of his honors include All Smoky Mountain Conference, 2-time All Smoky Mountain Conference in basketball, 2018 All District, also 2 times All Smoky Mountain Conference track, 2018 All Western North Carolina basketball, and 2nd all-time basketball field goal percentage. Zeke's fondest athletic memory is winning the 2017 Smoky Mountain Conference Basketball Championship. Zeke would like to take this opportunity to thank his family, Coach McMahon, and all his coaches at Swain County High School, as well as his teammates. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Zeke Bradley. Now we want to recognize senior Hunter Call. Hunter is escorted by Susan Call and lives in the Jenkins Branch community. Some of his activities include the hiking club, and he wants to attend a 4-year university. His athletics at Swain High include basketball all 4 years, baseball 2 years, and football 2 years. He was an All-Smoky Mountain Conference as honorable mention in baseball as well. Hunter's fondest athletic memory, sweeping Cherokee this year in basketball. Hunter would like to take this opportunity to thank his mom, Coach McMahon, and Coach Bradley, as well as his teammates. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Hunter Call. Now we want to recognize senior Gage Southards. Gage is escorted by Brian and Aaron Southards, James and Ashley Woodard, Aiden and Gaston, Gunner and Grady and Harper, his brothers and sister. Gage lives in the Alarka community. Some of Gage's activities at Swain High include the hiking club. Some of his honors includes he wants to attend North Carolina State to study fish and wildlife biology. In athletics at Swain High, Gage has played basketball all 4 years, baseball all 4 years, track for 4 years, and football for 2 years. He was All-Smoky Mountain Conference as honorable mention 2018 in basketball, 2 times All-Smoky Mountain Conference in track, as well as All-Smoky Mountain Conference in baseball. His fondest athletic memory is the bus ride to Murphy last year when Coach McMahon made everyone get off the bus to chew us out. Gage would like to thank his family, Coach McMahon, Coach Bradley, and his teammates. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Gage Southards. Next, we recognize senior Jack Stuckey. Jack is escorted by his grandparents, Boyce and Sandra Dietz, Aunt Val, and brother Josh and sister Natalie. Jack lives in the Silva community. Some of his honors at Swain High include student council as a junior and senior, a member of the National Honor Society, also the Lighthouse team, and student body president. Some of his honors include homecoming court for 3 years, class superlative named most likely to bleed maroon and white. He is a scholarship recipient of the Honor Merit Scholarship and plans to attend Western Carolina Honors College. In athletics at Swain High, he played basketball all 4 years, track for 2 years, and golf for 2 years as well. His fondest athletic memory includes the Smoky Mountain win at home his sophomore year. Jack would like to thank his family, Coach McMahon, Coach Bradley, his teammates, all the staff, and Swain County High School, as well as teammates Bethany. Once again, senior Jack Stuckey. Next, we recognize senior Bradley Vestal. Bradley is escorted by Ronnie and Judy Blythe, his grandparents, his mom Anita, also brother and sister Sam and Kaya, as well as Emily, Arkansas. Bradley lives in the Whittier community. Some of his activities at Swain High include Chess Club and Project Discovery. Bradley plans to attend SCC for nursing. His athletics at Swain High include basketball all 4 years, cross country 4 years, and track 4 years. His fondest athletic memory is going to state for cross country. Bradley would like to take this opportunity to thank Ronnie and Judy Blythe, his brother and sister, Emily, Coach McMahon, Coach Bradley, Coach Roper, and Joanna McMahon as well. Ladies and gentlemen, Senior Bradley Vestal. And next we have a wonderful situation. Twins, Jacob Waldrop and Jesse Waldrop. Jacob and Jesse live in the Alarka community. They are escorted by parents Jeff and Lisa Waldrop, as well as Matt and Kayla Waldrop. Let's start with Jacob. Jacob's activities include National Honor Society, HOSA, and the Hiking Club. He was a member of the 2016 Homecoming Court as well. His athletics at Swain High include basketball all 4 years, football 3 years, baseball 2 years, track 4 years, and golf 1 year. Jacob's fondest athletic memory is Coach McMahon hitting the car with the bus at the Asheville Mall. Jacob would like to thank his parents and his family. Ladies and gentlemen, Senior Jacob Waldrop. And now for his twin brother, Jesse Waldrop. Some of his activities include Skills USA, National Honor Society, and the Hiking Club. Jesse plans to attend Western Carolina University and study construction management. His athletics at Swain High include basketball 4 years, football 3 years, baseball 2 years, track 3 years, and golf 1 year. His fondest athletic memory is sweeping Cherokee this year in basketball. Jesse would like to take this opportunity to thank his parents and his family. Ladies and gentlemen, Senior Jesse Waldrop. And last but not least, before we conclude our ceremony tonight, if a very special young man would make his way to center court, we know him as Mr. Soda Pop. He is also known as Paul Crawley. Ladies and gentlemen, in grateful acknowledgement of 20 years of dedicated service to Swain County High School, you have constantly modeled our core value of our best and then some, and given our young athletes as well as students of your own a shining example of being Maroon strong. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a great round of applause to Mr. Paul Crawley. I understand Paul is retiring and he's going full-time as Mr. Soda Pop in downtown Bryson City. Thank you, Paul. We love you, brother. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for allowing us to entertain you for senior night. And let's give all our seniors and Paul Crawley one more round of Maroon Devil applause.
Hello again, everyone. Toby Burrow along with Mike Treadway tonight. Joe Holt on camera as the Maroon Devils are hosting Murphy in their final home game of the regular season. So it'll be Micah Nelson of the Bulldogs and Jesse Waldrop. Nelson wins the tap easily, but Hunter Call tracks it down, and the Maroon Devils will open with the first possession. Gage Southard's out on the point. The Maroon Devils working around. Vestal off a couple of screens. All 5 are seniors on the court for these Maroon Devils. Southard's deep 3 from the L in the Devils, and he's got it. So Gage Southard's on the board. And the Maroon Devils on the board first. It'll be Dorsey into the front court for the Bulldogs. Over to Nelson. He goes around the corner, and there's Waldrop with the push. His first. Murphy to inbound it from underneath their own basket. It will be Simons to inbound it. That one spills away, almost stolen by Vestal. Maintained over there, 3 on the way. It is off, rebounded by Vestal. Now Vestal charges the other way, repositions, goes up and under with a step over, misses it. Nelson with a rebound. All the way down, missed. Stuckey tries to track it down, picked up over there by Beal. Nelson back to Dorsey, who will reset the offense. Nelson works with it on the wing. Back to Beal in the corner. Back to Nelson down low. He goes against a triple team. Back out front to Dorsey. Dorsey kicks it to Nelson, who lays it in, and the Bulldogs are on the board. Southards to Waldrop, over to Vestal. Vestal guarded by Beal. Stuckey with the screen. Now he and over to Southards on the wing again. A little farther out this time, Dorsey. Waldrop with the screen, back up top to Vestal. 3-2 Maroon Devils, 6:20 in the first. Thanks for joining us here on this night. Stuckey down low, works against Nelson. Stuckey in and around, shot is up. Nelson with the rebound. Tough matchup for Jack tonight with the athletic Micah Nelson. And that one is off of Abram Abling. He's a sophomore. Now the Bulldogs will extend their pressure to full court. Vestal with it. He'll work against Beal all the way down court. Nelson intercepts that, saves it. Back to Abling, and that is off of Beal, out of bounds. To set the records for these two squads, Mike, Murphy comes into this 3-17, only 2-8 in conference play. Our Maroon Devils on the other side are 6-14 and 3-7 in conference play. That foul is on Reed Beal of the Bulldogs. It'll be his first. So Vestal works against Beal now and hands it off to Waldrop, who works against Tyler Simons. And Waldrop into the front court. He finds Vestal, Stuckey in the corner, back up top to Call. Call with the dribble. He's guarded by Abling. Back to the corner, thrown away. It will be Bulldog basketball.
Terribly sloppy basketball right now, Coach.
Yeah, both sides. 5:32 in the first. It's still 3-2. They've lost the game ball. Micah Nelson kind enough to retrieve it. Inbounds it now to Justice Dorsey. Dorsey into the front court. Dorsey started for this Bulldog squad as a freshman. So he is a seasoned veteran at this juncture, and that ball out of bounds off of Waldrop saves the Maroon Devils having to defend Micah Nelson in the post.
Group forgot the rule. Never save it under your opponent's
Absolutely.
basket.
So now Simons will inbound it. And they go all the way back. Call with a hand on it. Can he track it down? He does, but he was out of bounds. So it will remain with the Bulldogs.
Oh, Hunter, he's just as athletic as he wants to be, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Golly, it amazes me.
Speaking of athletic, Micah Nelson will inbound it now. Nelson quarterbacked the Bulldog football team this year after being a all-conference receiver last year and has committed to go to Western Carolina to further his football career. And they have a tremendous talent on their hands and a decision on what to do with him. He is very talented in a bunch of different ways. Vestal in the corner, 3 on the way from Southards, and Bradley Vestal's on the board with 3. So nothing but threes in the early going for the Maroon Devils. Beal in the corner, he's going to retaliate. 3 on the way, it's way short. Gage Southards pulls that one down and steams the other way. No look pass to Call, inbounded to Nelson. Nelson has it poked away by Stuckey, who saves it but fires it right to Dorsey. And fortunately, he was out of bounds. So into the ball game will be number 31, who I do not have on my roster, so I have no earthly idea who this young man is. So the Bulldogs with the basketball. We know who Justice Dorsey is. He brings it across, hands it in there, and Hunter Call shoves Micah Nelson to the floor. And that's not the way you fight through a screen. And so Bulldog basketball as they inbound right in front of the Swain cheerleaders. It will be Simons to trigger it in. He finds Abling over in the corner, and we got a foul on Micah Nelson with a push. So Nelson with the first foul of the game for him. And Swain to inbound the ball with pressure forthcoming. Southard's will work against Dorsey. He and Waldrop work it up. Now Southard's into the front court against straight man-to-man. Hands off to Call, who's picked up by Abling now. Vestal on the wing goes off of the Call screen, and he is called a foul on the play. That will be on Justice Dorsey, his first. But 2 free throws forthcoming for Vestal. Vestal's first free throw is good. 7-2 lead for the Maroon Devils now. 4:16 remaining in the first period of play. As Vestal attempts his second free throw now. And it is back iron no good. Micah Nelson pulls that one down. Dorsey streams into the front court, now backs back out, finds Abling on the corner. Nelson posts on the wing now. A good give and go back to him, and that laid in by Nelson. Nelson with 4, the Bulldogs with 4. Call tries to take off. Abling fouled him. It'll be Swain basketball. The foul's beginning to mount just a little bit, Mike, for this Bulldog club. And Nick Millsaps checks in for Jack Stuckey. Millsaps, of course, I say 6'8", the program says 6'7", but I'm thinking 6'8", maybe 6'9".
I say a big old boy.
And he is a load. So he comes out to set a screen, and it's a good one. Waldrop stops, now over to Call from Vestal. Waldrop with a screen. Call stops, pops a 3. It's off. Nelson tracks that down, his 4th rebound to go along with 4 points. Abling crosses over, fades away in the paint. Good shot by Abram Abling. That's a mouthful to say together.
Yes, sir.
And Millsaps back out to Waldrop, over to Call. Call off the screen to his right. Now switches, goes back to his left, and Abling is going to be called for his second foul. As we said, foul trouble starting to add up just a little bit.
They're awfully handsy tonight.
I checked my initial statement on that, Mike. I do actually, thanks to my lovely wife, have the name Lucas Banolette for number 31. So she was kind enough to write those down for us, and I didn't even notice it. So thank you, Sharon. Job well done. 3:37 your score. It's currently a 4-0 run by the Bulldogs, and it's 7-6 now in favor of the Maroon Devils. Timeout was called by the Bulldogs. It was a 30. I tell you that in girls action, it was the Bulldogs, number 1 team in the Smoky Mountain Conference, taking our Lady Devils down in a game that was much closer than the 65-48 final. In that one, as the Bulldogs reeled off 8 straight to end the ball game and pull away for a decided margin. Until then, it was a very close ball game. Murphy in the zone. Gage Southard's clean look at a 3. He's got it off, and it's over, and that's going to be on Hunter Call with a shove down there again on Banolette. And we're going to gather here and see what they're going to talk about. This is one of the few times when I wish I was at the scores table so I can know what they're saying.
It's probably nothing they'd like for us to share out, I bet. I bet they want some of this pushed and shoved and stopped.
I think you're right. And at the scores table is Noel Wolf. He's going to get called. And Hunter checks out with 2 fouls, both of them shoving fouls. And Wolf checks into the game for the first time tonight. So it's lefty for lefty in the substitutions there if you're keeping track at home. And Justice Dorsey passes over to Simons. He's got Millsaps on him. He goes by Nick, but can't get the shot up over him. Waldrop with a rebound, and he tries to hang on, and is fouled from behind by Simons. And the Bulldogs are steamrolling to a 1-and-1 here. Waldrop to Vestal. Vestal will work against Banalay to the corner to Wolf. He goes by Nelson and is fouled by Banalay. And that should be 7 right there, even though Noel was shooting. I thought he was shooting.
He's towing the line like he thought he was shooting.
He thought he was shooting, yeah. Now they are convinced that he was shooting, so he will indeed get 2 shots. So Noel Wolf, the sophomore, will shoot a pair here for the Maroon Devils. And he misses the first and is unable to break the scoring drought the Maroon Devils have been on for about 2.5 minutes now. Scored on a pair of threes to open the game by Southards and Vestal, and then Vestal added a free throw. And since then, until now, it's been a scoring drought. So the Bulldogs, Dorsey into the front court, Simons down low. It looked like Banalette was out of bounds. Now he'll get called for a double dribble nonetheless, and Waldrop will inbound it. So Southards has Justice Dorsey on him, and now Nelson tries to double team. Millsaps will get called with an offensive foul for being larger than the much smaller Justice Dorsey.
Wow.
Nick bears the burden that Shaquille O'Neal and many large players have had over the years, where they're the shorter player is going to get the sympathy call 9 times out of 10 because they're smaller, and that may have been that case. That is Appling inside to Nelson, who fades away trying to figure out where Nick is, and gets that to go anyway. So Southards brings it up the right-hand side, guarded by Dorsey. Here comes the trap. Now Southards reverses, goes the other way, goes all the way around, hands it off to Wolf. Wolf back out to Waldrop, to Vestal on the other side. Couple of screens coming. Vestal pulls up on the 3 and takes it, makes it, and Maroon Devils back on top 11-8. Dorsey into the front court. Banalay bails him and Simons out. Back over to Banalay to the corner to Simons. He's got Millsaps on him. Thought about a 3 but didn't take it. Over to the corner to Nelson. Nelson goes by Waldrop. Dorsey at the top of the key. That shot is off. Pulled out by Murphy, and now Millsaps has got it. Things a little helter-skelter now on both sides. 3 on the way by Abling, and that's off. Southards has got that. Rebounds aplenty, fast breaks aplenty. Southards missed that one, and everybody goes down as Abling and Southards go down over there. Let's see if everybody's all right. They are, except Abling's frustrated over picking up his 3rd foul. 2 shots forthcoming for Gage Southards, and Ezra Smith is at the scorer's table for the Bulldogs. And I'm guessing at this point he's going to get Abling. That one's off by Southards, and I am correct in my hunch. So Ezra Smith comes in, and Southards will attempt his 2nd free throw, and that one is good. So Southards with 4, 12-8 Maroon Devils. Justice Dorsey reverses his dribble, goes all the way to the hole, misses it. Southards gets the rebound and now steams into the front court. All the way across court to Vestal, clean look at a 3. That one's off, comes right back to Bradley. He goes in, repositions himself.
Wow.
I guess Nelson blocked that. And there's a foul on Southards.
I'd like for them to call that on the other end also.
Yeah, it looked like Vestal on that second, after the rebound, the second attempt, got kind of raked over the arms there. Lucas Banalay is at the line. I apologize for going all around his name throughout this game, but I've pronounced it probably 7 different ways a Sunday so far. One of them's got to be right. Now a trio of Bulldogs at the table. We'll set those for you here in just a second. And that one's off, and Waldrop with the rebound. So Waldrop starts things. Southard's over on the wing. Has it, looks for a screen from Millsaps. Cagely works around. Vestal comes, reverses himself, goes inside, and draws a foul on most likely Simons. And no, it is on 31. That's Banalay. And Vestal will go back to the line. Set to check in is Tommy Spies, Devontae Murray, and Hunter Shope. Shope and Millsap should be a good matchup down low. Hunter Shope, I don't know if you saw the news or not, Mike, but he signed with Carolina this past week to go to UNC and play.
Really?
Yep. Continuing his football career down there with Mac Brown. Vestal's second one after hitting the first one, 13-9 Maroon Devils now. That one's good as well for Bradley, and he is up to 9 points so far. We're under a minute to play, and Smith will bring it up for the Bulldogs and set the offense. He walked, a delayed walking call there, but the correct one, and it will be Swain basketball.
Maybe he's going to be the next Jeff Saturday then.
Could be.
Built very similar.
And just as predicted, he and Millsaps will match up in there. Waldrop with it on the wing, looks at Millsaps, overthrows him, and that will be picked off by Spies. He goes all the way down. Waldrop steals that, but can't hang on to it, so it'll be Bulldog basketball as we continue. Devontae Murray will pass it. And that one's batted out of bounds by Southern. Just Shope had spun his way open underneath. Trying to check the Murphy coach into the game. So he squatted near the scores table. So Spies had a shot at a three. We're at 30 seconds and counting. That's over to Murray on that side. Now Murray loses the handle, but Wolf can't get it. And Smith and Vestal go at it. And that one's off the shoe. Wolf will pick it up, kick it ahead to Southerns. Southerns goes all the way, pulls up too hard, and it's out. Shope with the rebound. Smith to Murray, steps into a three, but they call him for those steps. And with 4.3 remaining here in the first, it'll be Maroon Devil basketball from in front of their cheerleaders. 14-9 is your score. Maroon Devils look to add to that lead here with 4 seconds. Southerns with it, ball on the floor, races into the front court, running one-hander. He's hit by Shope and hammered on the play, no call, and that'll do our first period of play with our Maroon Devils on top, 14-9. So second quarter set to unfold here for you here on the Maroon Devils Network. And it is a 14-9 advantage in favor of our Maroon Devils. So now it will be Banalay out front with the ball. And he's looking at Devontae Murray coming off a screen. Murray works against Waldrop, and now Vestal and Banalay do battle. And that one was off of Nick Millsaps, but saved by Southerns, and now comes the other way with it.
Wow, a three-point shot from well past the L that time.
Is that Southerns again?
Yes, sir.
So that one extends the lead to 17-9, and Banalay walks it up. Murray over there works against Call, who has 2 fouls. Shope with a little happy jump, and he's got that shot to drop. So he's on the board. And the Maroon Devils to Call. He puts his head on the He just puts his head down and goes, and he's called for a foul and a technical foul to follow that. And we'll wait and see how they confer on that. But it's certainly going to be a turn here for the Bulldogs, who will get, we're not to a 1-and-1 yet, as we only have 5 fouls. But it will be Bulldog free throws and the ball. So they're going to talk about it. We had an offensive foul down there. And it will be Lucas Banalet. Again, a different pronunciation. Sorry about that. I'm just calling them. Sorry, guys. He'll get 2 free throws here for the technical foul assessed to Hunter Call. And then the Bulldogs will get the ball back following these free throws. And it's off. So Banley will shoot his second one, and it is off as well. So Swain dodges a bullet there. Stuckey in for Call. Call now with 4 fouls as the technical counts as a personal. And so he has 4 fouls. And Stuckey has checked in for him. Southard's with Banalay, and that's Smith. He goes to the hole, steps up and around Millsaps, gets his own rebound, clears his way out, back up top to Murray. Murray up top, Waldrop on him, swiped at by Southard. Spies get it back and lays it in. Southard's now brings it up. 6:42 remaining in the second period of play. Southers looks inside to Millsaps, who catches it, goes up, and there's a foul on the play. It'll be on Smith, who was in good shape had he just not shoved his hand down. Smith's first, and Nick will have a pair at the line with a 4-point advantage for the Maroon Devils. Front iron no good. Millsaps misses his first. Millsaps with the second one on its way and good. So Nick makes 1 of 2, and it's a 5-point Maroon Devil advantage. Bulldogs into the front court with Banalet bringing it up. Southards will take him. That's Shope over on the wing. Stuckey's got him. He's able to push Jack straight into Nick.
Hey, like he was nothing.
Yeah. And that one's off after the steal. Batted away. Southards can't get it, and now the confusion continues. Shope settles things over on the wing. Vestal and Smith. Smith thinks he'll give it back to Shope because that looks a little easier for him. Yeah, this guy's more my speed. I'll take him. Spies backs up. Stuckey with a hand in his face. Now Smith looks for a screen, walks, gets by with it, goes around. Stuckey blocks it, but it goes in anyway. So Smith on the board with his first 2, and we're 18-15. Millsaps with a screen for Vestal. It comes off, batted out of there by Nick. Southers goes all the way in, misses the shot badly, and Waldrop and Southers collide over there and lose the ball out of bounds. And so Murphy returns their starters, and Swain will take a timeout here to reset things as Murphy has come back to within 3 here at 18-15, and we got a 30-second timeout. So the Maroon Devils really only foul trouble is Hunter Call, who has 4. Murphy has 3 on Abram Abling, one of their starters. But they now have 10 fouls. The Maroon Devils 7, so everybody's shooting free throws for the rest of this half.
Well, it has certainly been a rough and tumble first half.
Yeah, it has been that. So now the Maroon Devils Southard's, Vestal, Waldrop, Stuckey, and Millsaps on the court. Bulldogs counter with Spies, Dorsey, Simons, Beal, and Nelson. Justice Dorsey with it. He finds Beal, 3 on the way from him, and it's off. Southard's lets it hit the ground and then takes it. Goes all the way and is called for a travel. Wow. 5:04 before your first half. Dorsey speeds into the front court. And that's Simons out front. Nelson in the corner, back out to Dorsey. Dorsey's mid-range jumper off. Waldrop with it, can't control it, but Vestal does. And now Bradley will bring it into the front court. Hand it back to Southard. Fakes a 3, goes to the hole, dunks it inside to Stuckey. Nice give and go. Jack Stuckey on the board off the Gage Southard's pass. And the Maroon Devils lead back up to 5.
That was a great pass.
Simons to the corner to Nelson, back up top to Spies. He lost his bounce there, and that one's canned by Tyler Simons. Maroon Devils into the front court. It'll be Southard's. Vestal on the cutoff of Beal. Weaves his way between Nelson and Beal and scores. Not real sure how he split that gap, but he did a good job splitting it.
He sure did.
Physicality about to pick up as Hunter Cochran ready to check in. And there's Dorsey 3, and it's off. And Spies and Nelson able to get to it, so it'll be Cochran into the lineup. Let's see if he's got Millsaps. And so Cochran and Stuckey will go to the front court rather, and now Vestal and Southard's will attack this zone trap from the Bulldogs. Southard's heads to his right, scoops it back over to Vestal at the left. Vestal goes all the way to the hole, unchecked, misses it. Cochran into the lineup, misses it. Vestal gets it back and lays it in. So good things happening for the Maroon Devils. And oddly enough, in the break a minute ago, Mike and I, we were talking about the fact that I did not think Murphy knew exactly what pace they wanted to play at. That seems evident to me in the second quarter as Dorsey likes to push the ball, but there's not a whole lot there running with him at times.
Yes, sir. Well, part of that's because he is so fast.
He's a one-man fast break, really.
Oh, my gracious.
Second free throw for Spies, and it's 24-19 now. It's up and back iron no good. Stuckey pulls that one down. And Vestal splits the distance with the pass. Waldrop's got a 3 on the way. It's back iron no good. Dorsey has it raked out of his hands by Southard's. It'll be Murphy basketball. So Dorsey will bring it up now, with Nelson trailing him. That's Simons. Thought about a 3. Waldrop was on him, though. Nelson backs across the line. And Beal wide open. They miss him, but Simons fires away a 3. Stuckey comes in and sweeps that one down. And the Maroon Devils will go the other way. Southers works against 2 Bulldogs. Kicks it ahead to Stuckey, who wisely hands it back to Southers. 2:47. Vestal with it. Beal goes for the steal, and now Vestal weaves his way around and banks it home. Bradley being very crafty tonight. Dorsey ahead to Beal, back to Simons. And Spies up top, over to Nelson on the wing against Waldrop. Nelson fires it underneath to Simons, who happened to get back in. And now Beal works up top. Justice Dorsey posting up down low, wanted the ball. Simons thought about it. Now he goes to his left, spins back, creates some separation, but doesn't shoot it. Spies will. That one's off. Vestal with it. And Vestal will walk it up now. We're just under 2 before the first half is over. Waldrop in the corner works on Simons. Nelson looks to double team, and he will be slow in getting to Stuckey in the corner, now stay in the paint. Outlet to Stuckey in the corner. He's going to try a 3. Get in there, ball. Doesn't do it. Dorsey with the rebound. Nelson back on the break, and there's Southers with a foul. Second on Southers. Micah Nelson will shoot a pair of free throws. Connor Hyatt off the Swain bench, along with Devontae Murray off the Murphy bench. A little exchange there from Nelson with the official about something that he objected to. And Nelson with a second one now. He now has 7 for the Bulldogs. That one's good as well. Kid's a smooth athlete.
Gosh, I'd say.
Does a lot of things well. Stuckey will beat the press now. Reluctantly, Nelson steals it. He wanted to go all the way, does, and Jack Stuckey does what he does best, draws a foul. Just got in the way offensively.
Any and all of the dirty work Jack's good with.
Absolutely. Hyatt can't catch up to the pass, and now does. Now fakes it, heads the other way, and bounces it off of Simons' knee. It will be Swain basketball. Hyatt will inbound. 1:22 in the first half remains. Stuckey with the ball. Nelson comes to get him now. Hyatt comes back and takes it. Dorsey will pick him up. 1:17 and counting in your first half of play. They find Vestal on the wing. He's guarded by Murray. Now Vestal spins his way over to Stuckey. Thought about a three. Now over to Hyatt. He looks, goes baseline, tries to spin it back around, finds Waldrop over there. And Waldrop goes all the way to the hole, but there's Stuckey with a rebound, and he's fouled on the play. Nice work by Jack Stuckey.
Need to get a few more white shirts under the basket.
That foul was whistled on Tyler Simons. And something come flying out of the playroom over there onto the court.
Kitty course having fun.
Now Stuckey will shoot a free throw, and that one doesn't go for Jack. Jack, the student body president at Swain High School. And makes that one count. 3 points on the night for him. 57 seconds remaining. Swain up by 6, 27-21. Murray in the corner. Simons out on the wing. Cochran on him. Murray thinks about it. Stuckey's on him. Now he takes one step and one dribble. Nelson cuts, falls. Back out to Murray. Beal, deep three is good. So Reed Beal cans one there off of the Devontae Murray pass, and you get the feeling that Beal can knock down some threes. He's not been bashful in taking them. So if he gets warmed up, that could help the Bulldog offense tremendously.
Thankfully, we're right here at the half. Maybe he'll go get tight.
Waldrop on the corner works against Hyatt with a three now on the way. It is way off. Stuckey kept it alive, but unfortunately right to Murray. Waldrop cuts him off, and now he has his shot blocked by Waldrop. 3, 2, 1. And that one doesn't go. But a good series there by the Maroon Devils, who are going to go to the half, leading this 27-24. Second half action ready to get underway. It's Maroon Devils leading at 27-24. And we are back to starters on the floor as we begin the second half of play. Call with a dish pass to Stuckey. Fadeaway, misses it. Pokes it away, but Nelson's able to get that one back. So Nelson with another rebound. And into the front court comes Abling. He crosses over, pull up, stop, pop, good. Abram Abling with a bucket. Waldrop into the front court, over to Vestal to Call. Waldrop coming with a screen. Call goes to his left, has that shot blocked by Abling and rebounded over there by Nelson. And now the Bulldogs a chance to take the lead for the first time tonight. Nelson works on Waldrop, spins, kicks to the corner. Justice Dorsey takes off all the way down, and Waldrop with the foul. His second. And Justice Dorsey, who's yet to score in this game, will go to the line. No good on the first one. And he will have a second one with a chance to tie this game at 27. Front iron, Waldrop goes and gets that one. And so the Maroon Devils bring it up court. Southern's on the wing, Dorsey on him. Here comes Waldrop, slips the screen to the corner. He goes, tries to put it on the floor and get by. Spins, shot up over, side of the backboard, rebounded by Simmons. And now Abling goes all the way to the hole and lays it in. So Abling with 4 points in this one, and the Bulldogs lead it 28-27, timeout Swain. It's of the 32nd variety, as Coach Scotty McMahon will talk to his troops. Give us a chance to set the stages for you heading into next week. The final game of the regular season will be on Monday at Robbinsville as Swain travels over there. Then the Smoky Mountain Conference Tournament will be later the week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday from Robbinsville as well. We'll have the pairings for you on the Maroon Devils Network, so stay tuned as always to that. Find out what's going on basketball-wise. We'll also know more about wrestling next week as to who among our troops qualified to go to state. So the Maroon Devils will inbound it now. It'll be Waldrop, and the Bulldogs have upped the pressure just a little bit. Now Southerns will work it up against Justice Dorsey. He'll be trapped over there by Abling and backs out of that, streams all the way down the lane. Kicks it back out. Call sets his feet. Three on the way. Good by Hunter Call. His first bucket of the night. And the Maroon Devils have retaken the lead at 30-28. That's Spies in the game, and now he goes all the way around, finds Nelson. Nelson puts it on the deck, goes to the bucket, and lays it in. Southerns against Dorsey. Dorsey trying to track him right over to Abling. That's kicked by Dorsey, and it will be Swain basketball.
Oh, they called it.
They did call it that time.
That's like the shorts rule. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
If you followed us all year long, you know why Mike and I are confused by that, because we've said balls have hit people's feet before, and it's just play on. So I'll be the first to admit I don't know the rules. Nelson streams in to try to get that. Southern just got it and just throws it. End up right in the hands of Abram Appling. Now Dorsey with a baseline jumper is good. So Abram Appling all of a sudden is all over the place for this Bulldog squad as Dorsey is on the board for the first time. Vestal works against Beal. Now Call all the way down the lane. High off the glass, but there's Stuckey. He tries to go back up and is fouled on the play. So Stuckey's going to get a pair of free throws out of that. And that is on Reed Beal, his second. Back to the line for Stuckey, who is 1 of 2 on the evening. 32-30 in favor of the team in black. Stuckey makes that one to pull it to within 1. And now we'll have a second one for his trouble, and that one is good as well. So Stuckey up to 5 for the night. Go along with 4 rebounds. And Appling goes in off the glass. Waldrop with the rebound. And now the other way they go. Vestal pulls it up, goes all the way across to Southard. Southard's a deep three on its way, and he's got that one.
Wow.
He tried to draw a foul on it as well.
Tried to talk him into it.
And didn't get it. Now Appling on the floor again. Back out to Nelson, to the corner to Beal. Beal three on the way. His back iron no good. Stuckey boxes out the way you're supposed to. Vestal with it now all the way to Call, and Call lays it in. Stuckey fouled.
Step late.
Simons there, and be a step late.
Go for three the old-fashioned way.
Yep. Stuckey's second foul. He checks out. Nick Millsaps checks in. To the line goes Tyler Simons. And he will have a free throw coming his way. 37-30. 5 now is your score. Tipped out of bounds by Abling over there. I think I've been calling Appling or something. It's Abling. I'm getting bad with names tonight. For the Bulldogs especially. Sorry about that, Murphy, folks. It's not intentional. Nick with the shot, but he couldn't get it to go. That's pulled down over there by Simons. And now they will go the other way. Waldrop gets a hand on it. Millsap blocks it and finds Vestal with it. Back to Call, slapped out by Abling. Over to Waldrop on the corner. Now Call goes to the corner, and Micah Nelson slaps that one away. And Beal behind the back works on Southards, and it's stolen by Southards. Suddenly the action is fast and furious with not a lot of good things happening for either team. So Vestal works up top. Southards got the three cranked up and on the way, and it is off. Abling with the rebound, and he'll come down. Short pull-up jumper from the free throw line. Southards with another rebound, his sixth of the night. That's Waldrop, and that's kicked, but no call. Nelson tries to save it, and it'll be out of bounds. So 37-35 with 3:25 remaining in the third period of play. And Maroon Devils with the possession. Call up top, works against Abling. Waldrop over there against Micah Nelson. Waldrop tries to turn the corner, spins. Everybody leaves him, and he shoots and misses. Pulled down by Nelson, and now Abling comes into the front court. Justice Dorsey, one dribble past the defense, back up top, resets itself.
Dorsey has got some super quick feet, doesn't he?
He does.
Great gracious.
He goes over to Nelson on the wing, guarded by Waldrop. Penetrates, pulls up, pops, misses, comes back out to Abling. Abling dumps it back down to Spies. Spies misses it. Call has got it. He steams the other way and then pulls it back out. So that's Call over on the wing. Vestal tries to turn the corner, does, spins his way in, left hand and in. Vestal puts Swain back up by 4, and now nobody picks up the wing, and
I'm not sure we knew the ball was down the court, Coach.
Banalay puts that one in. That's Southards, and we got a block foul on Abling. That is 4 on him by our count, right?
Yes, sir.
Stuckey checks back in for Hunter Call now. Southards will inbound.
Really?
Stolen there by Spies. And Banalette thinks better of it, pulls up. Dorsey doesn't. He goes steamrolling into the lane. Nelson with his foot on the line, or maybe not. Stuckey tries, gets it, saved over there. 3 on the way by the Bulldogs. It's back ironing out. Southards with another rebound. He'll bring it into the front court to Stuckey, over to Vestal. Stuckey then cuts through. Millsaps with the screen. Vestal pull-up jumper, boom, nothing but net. 41-37. Dorsey into the front court now for the Bulldogs. That's Banalette on the wing at the Devil logo. Abling spins off, backs Vestal off, and cans the shot. This Abling kid is a sophomore.
They got athletes all over the floor, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Great gracious.
So Vestal crosses midcourt with some handy dribbling, then finds Stuckey on the wing back to Southards. Now back over to Vestal to the corner to Waldrop, who works off the two screens. Now goes the opposite way, comes back, pull-up jumper by Waldrop is good. So Jesse Waldrop's first bucket of the night, and extends the lead to 4 for the Devils. Dorsey working against Southards up top. Abling again, he's been deadly with that shot, and he nails it again.
He's really good right there at the high post, the junction.
Southards tries to turn the corner, can't. Rebounded over there by Spies. Kicked ahead, Vestal steals it. Ahead to Southards. Now Southards works on this. Vestal 3, back iron no good. Millsaps fights for it, has got it, lays it up. Again, out, and gets it this time. Third time's the charm. That one's on the floor. Murphy down to 6, to 5, to 4. Abling 3 on the way. It's good if it goes. Millsaps, or check that, Stuckey with a rebound. And Stuckey is fouled on the play. 1.2 seconds remain in the third period of play. It is 45-41, Maroon Devils. Let's see if they can get a shot off in 1.2 seconds. That one brushes the lights and is dead, so that's going to do your third period of play. Marine Devils on top, 45-41. Well, we got ourselves a barn burner for the final 8 minutes here. It'll be Bulldog basketball to open the fourth period of play. And the Maroon Devils with a 4-point advantage here against Murphy. Smith with it. He works against Vestal up top. Over to Shope, who's back in the ballgame. Dorsey goes baseline, misses the shot. Vestal with a rebound. And Vestal walked.
Oh, my gracious.
Just trying to get out of it.
I think if I were Nick, I'd make Mr. Shope hurt me from out there before I'd leave the paint.
Absolutely. And he may be able to do that.
He's not built like a shooter, but he is athletic.
Yep. So the Maroon Devils applying some pressure out there. They force Dorsey into a traveling call. So it'll be Swain basketball, and the Bulldogs will continue to press. And they don't know who's got Gage Southards. Gage realizes it, but somebody picks him up as he crosses midcourt. They look inside to Millsaps, who's guarded by Shope. Matchup I'd love to see them try to exploit just a little bit. So Millsaps that far out away from the basket, he walks with it, and it will be Bulldog basketball. We're still at 45-41, 7:18 remains. Smith will inbound to Dorsey now. And they will run the play. Coach calls it out over on the sideline. Eric Laney is the head coach for the Bulldogs. He calls out the play. Not going to give Nick and Shope much of a chance down there, are they?
No.
Dorsey tries to post up. Shope way out away from the bucket now. I'm like you. That one all the way to the hole for Spies.
If Nick can lay off that a little bit, he can stop some of that penetration.
Yeah. So Waldrop tries to penetrate and is fouled on the play by Smith. His second. And it will be Swain basketball. We're not in the 1-and-1 yet. Waldrop, a clean look in the corner, hands it back to Southers, who dishes to Waldrop, bounces off of him. Vestal's got it.
He about takes his
Throws
head
it
off
up wildly with it and rebounded by Spies, and the Bulldogs come the other way. Woo, that was close.
His toenails was holding him, was all.
Dorsey goes hard to the hole, and Southers will take one to the elbow to the nose and get called for the foul in the same breath. Those are always tough ones. 3 fouls now on Southers. And Dorsey's going to get a pair of free throws. Nope, it's going to be before the shot on the floor, so Murphy's going to have to inbound it. Officials getting a little impatient with him in terms of inbounding the ball. Shope will be the outlet. He kicks it to Spies. Over to Smith. Smith now off the dribble. Pull-up shot wildly over the backboard. Saved over there by Spies. Now that's a 3 on the way. And it's saved. Waldrop all alone, and Jesse lays it in off the Southern's pass. And the Vestal save. So the Bulldogs now work. 47-43 your score. Shope in the corner out to Smith. Smith works against Vestal, puts it on the floor, puts his head down, and Bulls is called for travel as he tries to stop his dribble. And it will be Maroon Devil basketball. Southers will bring it up. Vestal and Waldrop will aid if needed. Waldrop has it. He gives it to Vestal across the court. Now Dorsey slip screen by Millsaps. And that one's a block on Shope. And it will be a foul on Shope. And Vestal should get a pair of free throws out of this, I believe. He does. He will. 47-43, 5:35, and it looks like the Bulldogs will return their starters here. They are all at the scorer's table. Bradley Vestal with 19 on the night. And Vestal will have another one now. So Vestal aims, looking for his 20th point. And that one rolls out as well. Rebounded over there. And now the Bulldogs work. That's Abling back in the game. Nelson goes baseline, tries to kick it back out. Southers is there for the steal. Southers crosses half court, waits for the action to catch up with him. 5 minutes and counting in this game.
Can we start 4 corners now?
I've seen it done.
When we were kids.
Lots of folks in the middle of the state and the eastern part would go absolutely bonkers because they want a shot clock so bad they can't see straight for high school basketball. So that's on Beal, his third. Abling has 4. Call has 4. Stuckey back in for Call. Wait. They got the wrong guy. Millsaps is the one they want. So Call will stay in. Waldrop will slide up. And Southers will inbound. He finds Waldrop. Back over to Vestal. They look to the corner for Southers. He fakes a shot. Fading out of bounds. Misses it. There's Stuckey. And that's on Simons, his third. And a good job by Stuckey on the glass there in position. It'll be 1-1, so Jack will get a 1-1 here. 47-43 mark. Stuckey up to 6 rebounds and 5 points.
Jack doing what Jack does.
That one doesn't crawl in, and it will be Nelson with a rebound. So Beal takes off, goes all the way to the hole, and lays it in. So Reed Beal pulls this back to 2. Maroon Devils had several opportunities there to pull away a little bit and couldn't do so. So now Southard's works over on this side against Banalette. That one's pushed by Beal, who's all over Vestal, and Vestal beats him. Kick to the corner to Call. 3 on the way, and it's good by Hunter Call. Nice sequence for the Maroon Devils there. And Beal stops, thought about it, didn't take it. Kicks it over to Banalette. Banalette looks for Nelson up top, now dribbles himself to the top. They reset their offense here with Beal over on the Devils logo. Now Nelson in the corner. Banalette looks for Beal coming off the screen. Beal fires a 3. It's off. Stuckey with another rebound. And he's got Southard's there to hand it to. So Maroon Devils bring it up, leading now by 5. A chance to extend to 7, which would be huge with 3:35 and counting remaining in this one. Beal all over Bradley Vestal hands-wise. Again, all over him with the hands, and they got the call that time. And that's on Reed Beal. 4 on Beal now, who from all appearances' sake looks to be their primary three-point shooter.
One would have to imagine.
So Bradley Vestal back to the line. He missed his last 2. Bradley, normally a very dependable free throw shooter. Hopefully I didn't just jinx him. But we're still in a 1-on-1 situation here, and he knocks that one down. He'll get a second one. And Vestal will get a second one, 51-45. Maroon Devils by 6, looking to make it 7. Shot on the way and good for Vestal. So now the Bulldogs need to dig in and get a bucket right here, or things could get out of control for them. Beal all the way to the hole, and Jack Stuckey with his 3rd charge drawn tonight. And Beal has just fouled out of this ball game by my count. And he has. 3:20 remaining. And Bradley Beal, thankfully he's not playing. Reed Beal has just fouled out this ball game. It's been a name night for me, is all I can say. 30-second timeout by Coach Laney and the Bulldogs. It is 7 points, 52-45. 3:20 remains, and it'll be Maroon Devil basketball thanks to the Jack Stuckey charge that he drew, fouling Beal out of this ball game.
Wow. I don't know what to say. You're your best guy, and you run yourself out of the game because you're out of control.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
It is, but a good night for Jack Stuckey. 7 rebounds, 3 charges drawn, and he has 5 points on the night.
I say doing what Jack does, all the dirty work, just whatever.
Just the grit stuff, you know.
Yeah. Whatever you need, Coach, I'm your guy.
So the pressure's going to pick up a little bit here, full court for the Bulldogs, as they've got to make some inroads here to get back in this. It's straight man-to-man as Waldrop will take it against Simons. He drops it, kicks it again, kicks it over to Bradley Vestal now. Vestal goes all the way in. That one's blocked by Nelson out of bounds.
Well, he's got some ups, doesn't he?
Uh-huh.
Gracious.
He took care of that one now. Southard's to inbound. Almost at 3 minutes remaining in this game. Vestal dribble penetrates, has to adjust. Can't. Nelson's got the rebound. And now he will go the other way. Kicks it long to Banalette. Banalette back up to Dorsey. Dorsey inside to Nelson. Nelson with a 3-point play on the Jesse Waldrop foul. Nice look from Justice Dorsey. I was just getting ready to say he moved himself in to take a 2, but he moved himself in to make a good pass to Micah Nelson. And that one rolls out for Nelson, and Waldrop with the rebound. So now Southards and Waldrop on the outside. Hunter Call on that side. Southards will dribble. He is guarded, so he needs to move or get the ball or get that guy off of him. Now Waldrop with it on the wing. He stands, no count, over to Vestal now. Vestal guarded by Dorsey. Finds Stuckey guarded by Nelson. Double team there. Good decision by Jack Stuckey. He's had a whale of a ball game, folks.
This is kind of like four corners, Coach.
Well, the Maroon Devils being very patient and have the time to do so. 52-47 your score, fast approaching 2 minutes, and there's a turnover.
Okay, he says he fouled him on top of the head.
That's going to be on Bradley Vestal, his first of the game. But that sends Abling to the free throw line. We're 3 seconds under 2 to go in this game, 157. And he misses that one. Murray checks in for Banalet for defensive purposes. He's matched up with Southern. He's going to come over and listen to Vince give instructions to Southerns there.
Coaching both of them, I guess.
Yeah, he's just going to listen. So that one goes, and we're 52-48. Call all the way to the hole, misses the shot. Nelson with the rebound. Batted over there by Waldroot. And the Bulldogs just using crazy athleticism in there to get that shot off. So 2 conventional three-point plays in there, and Jesse Waldrop with 4 fouls, and the Bulldogs with a chance to pull to within 1 right here. And they do. So the Maroon Devils, who have struggled against this pressure for some reason, now steam into the front court. Stuckey with a shot, puts it in.
The board, Jack.
54-51. Justice Dorsey across into the lane, lays it up. Call with a rebound. Murray rakes at it but hangs on to it. Southers will now take it and walk it up court. Devontae Murray has him. He reverses again, finds Call. Call with the ball on the floor, finds Stuckey in the corner. Stuckey tries to get it out of there. Timeout Maroon Devils to avoid the trap, so that gives us a chance to set the final minute for you. There's 1 minute and 1 second remaining in the fourth quarter in this ball game. Maroon Devil basketball, it's 54-51 Maroon Devils, and they now have it underneath their own goal with a minute to play. I think that pretty much sums it up. Good night scoring by Bradley Vestal. I'm quickly trying to count 21 points for him. Gage Southerns has 10 to go along with 7 rebounds and 5 assists for Southerns. 4 steals to go along with that. Jesse Waldrop, 8 rebounds, 4 points. Jack Stuckey, 7 rebounds, and what have I got? 5 points, 6 points, 7 points. I don't know. 7 points.
3 charges.
3 charges taken. They were big, too.
They were huge.
That got
helped Mr. Beal to the bench.
It got perhaps their best three-point shooter on the bench in a game where you're 3 points ahead. That's huge.
That's a big deal.
So now Gage Southern will trigger it in from the A and Swain underneath his own goal. Scotty McMahon all the way out to the free throw lane to argue his point or talk to them about something. And so now Southerns will inbound it.
It's kinder, gentler time, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Used to be they'd get you 42 technicals.
Absolutely. So they throw it into Vestal all the way down on the other end of the court. Now he will work against Justice Dorsey. No, he won't. Pass to Call over to Waldrop. Waldrop to Vestal. The Bulldogs with their crazy athleticism are just running around in there trying to make things happen. And there's a missed shot underneath, and the Bulldogs with it charge into the front court. Abling fakes, goes all the way to the hole, and makes the shot. Foul on Call. So Abling has gotten off the deck with 4 fouls, and that shot is good, and that will be 5 on Hunter Call. So with 39 seconds left, the Bulldogs with a chance to tie it have made, Mike, 3 consecutive traditional three-point plays to put themselves in this position.
You know, we've done a great job down here taking time off the clock. We just could not finish with a bucket.
And that had
some flavor.
That had everything to do with Micah Nelson's athleticism and bothering that shot. So now it will be Abling with a chance to tie this game up for the Bulldogs. Shot is up, and it is nothing but net for the sophomore.
The nice part about it is we've got the chance right here to take care of it.
So Hyatt into the game, saves a turnover. Whoa. Woo. It's a good thing Devontae Murray had his head turned, huh?
Absolutely, or he'd have stolen that one for the dunk.
And a foul on him is going to send Southers to the line for 2 right here.
With 27 seconds to go.
27.
Woo!
Exactly. 2 free throws, though. And Mr. Banalet is at the scores table. Gage misses that one.
How many have we missed tonight?
I got 2, but again, I've established already I'm not a reliable free throw guy.
As far as a team, though, we're normally much better at the free throw line than we are tonight.
Timeout, Swain.
He'll ice our guy.
So we get 27. He missed the first one, so it can't hurt.
That's true.
So 27 seconds remain. We're knotted at 54 the way we started it. This is a full timeout. I wish I knew how many timeouts they had left, but I don't. It's got to be getting down pretty close to brass tacks for both teams. So the Bulldogs hit or miss right here with Southers will have a chance on their next possession to take the lead. And possessions get kind of squirrely down the stretch here as we move forward.
Well, if we can maintain our composure and execute just a little bit, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
But whomever right here blinks is where it's going to go.
So Southers gets a free throw. The Bulldogs still talking strategy after the timeout. Trying to see the official getting timeout information.
Looks
Murphy
like
has 3. We have 1. And so there's the first horn. So the Bulldogs will be coming back out here. For the Devils, it's Connor Hyatt, Bradley Vestal, Gage Southers, Jack Stuckey, and Jesse Waldroop. And for the Bulldogs, it's Micah Nelson, Tyler Simons, not Devontae Murray, Justice Dorsey, Lucas Banalet, and Abram Abling. Southers now to attempt his second one. It is short. Waldroop tips it out to Southers, and the Maroon Devils have new life. But they do not have the lead anymore. And we got a kick ball. Who kicked it? And Murphy. And we got a sub. It'll be Millsaps is going to get Hyatt. He will go to the block.
And body up with
Mr.
Athletic.
So 15 seconds in case you're wondering. Maroon Devils have a timeout left. Millsaps with a shot. It's off. Murphy with the rebound with 6 seconds. Banalet carried it. We got a timeout first. So brass tacks now. Murphy with a timeout. 2.6. It'll be their ball right in front of the basket as the Maroon Devils shot was errant there with an opportunity to take the lead. 2.6 seconds. Hopefully this game's headed for overtime because otherwise the Bulldogs got the shot here. So let's hope for overtime or a steal of some magnitude to save the day. So 2.6, if you're the Bulldogs, who's going to shoot that shot for you? I would assume at some point it would have probably been Reed Beal. He's out of the game. Everybody else has scored off drives, so
I think Abram Abling has been their most productive guy. It kind of jumps off the page.
He's got 13, including 11 of those in the second half. So, yeah, good choice right there, I would say. Although the majority of the points that they've scored have been off the drive, they've not spotted up and shot. 2.6 seconds will play a factor in that. It's actually going to be their ball on the opposing side. And so the student section for Swain is up and cheering, which is great to see. The cheerleaders joining in. So let's see if this is a home court advantage. Into the ball game is Colby Taylor for defense, along with Jack Stuckey. So there's an alley-oop to Nelson, and it's
the clock never started.
And it's going to be over there. It'll be at half court because it never got touched.
Yes, sir.
So advantage back to the Maroon Devils on that. And Swain has one timeout left. And he does not have a timeout, so the Maroon Devils have to ad-lib this. Colby Taylor's, nope, Micah Nelson's the guy. Oh, my God.
Oh, my great gracious.
Holy cow.
Holy smokes.
What a shot by Nelson. It's good. And the Bulldogs have stole a win from the Maroon Devils.
Oh, my word.
On the game winner from Micah Nelson.
Hey, how about that?
Wow.
I don't think he saw that coming. Nobody else did either.
No, he didn't expect to make it. He was the most surprised person in the building. So the Bulldogs' first lead since the first quarter is at the end of the ball game, and they steal a win 57-54 from the Maroon Devils on senior night. Tough break for the Maroon Devils.
Hey, I'm stunned.
It was a stunning ball game, good ball game most of the way through, but tough one for the Maroon Devils tonight. The Bulldogs, I'm sure, a much-needed win considering they are 3-17 on the season and 2-8 in conference play. So that was a big one for the Bulldogs. A shot from senior Micah Nelson puts it away down the stretch as he hits a three. His only three of the game at the buzzer, even though he was bothered by Bradley Vestal as he shot it. Stunning shot to go in. Heck of a night here. Thanks for joining us on the Maroon Devils Network. It's been fun this year in basketball. Spring sports coming up. Make sure you check our schedules and catch us down the line when things turn warmer and we get outside. For Mike, Joe, and myself, thanks for joining us here on the Maroon Devils Network. Have a good evening.